Hey all, welcome to ShareTrekc. This is Raj here. Friends, today I'm going to do a weekend roundup. I will talk about why I think we are in a bear phase right now. I have many people asking me about why CRISPR is going down. I'll answer that briefly, given that I'm working on a full-length video on CRISPR for Tuesday, where I'll have more information. And I'm also going to talk about developments in BEAM Therapeutics and Ginkgo Bioworks. So this is going to be a tightly packed video with a lot of items in the agenda today. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. First item today to discuss is my idea that we are right now in a bear market. For that, I'm going to take you into the TradingView platform. We'll spend just 2 or 3 minutes out there, and then we'll be out to the next item. Here we are in the TradingView platform. We are in the QQQ chart. And one of the reasons why I'm feeling that we are in a bear channel is not only because we have been consecutively falling for a few days, and today was a much bigger drop, pronounced drop, and we have fallen below the 200-day simple moving average, exponential moving average. But we have an important pattern out here. We have a series of death crosses. Death cross happens when a short-term moving average crosses over a longer-term moving average, and this thick red line that you see here is the 20-day exponential moving average, and it has crossed over and fallen above the 50-day and the 100-day exponential moving averages. So a death cross is a bearish sign. And a golden cross is the opposite of this, in which case a short-term indicator moves, a short-term moving average crosses over a longer-term moving average, and there is a reorganization of the moving averages, and that's a golden cross. And this is the death cross that we are having right now, which is a bearish sign. And if you look at momentum also, momentum is very weak, and MACD is also bearish. Now, if you look at VIX, it has gone above 20, which is again not a great place to be in. I have mentioned that a lot in the past. Now, if we go into FNGU, which is my favorite barometer, because it is 3 times boosted fangs. So it has had a huge drop today again. And again, it has experienced a death cross out here on 2 moving averages, which are of shorter duration, which are of longer duration. So this thick red line, which is the 20-day exponential moving average, has crossed over and fallen below 3 of the longer moving averages. So again, it's bearish, and there is a lot of weakness in the momentum, and also MACD is bearish. And if we were to look at Apple, which is generally a indicator and a bellwether stock, it has also fallen. It has also experienced death crosses, couple of death crosses, low momentum, and MACD being negative. So I think overall we are in a bear channel, and that's the reason why. This is the reason why I feel that we are in a bear channel. That said, next I want to go and look at the question that I have been asked very often in the comment section: why is CRISPR going down, and where is it going to stop? I think the reason that CRISPR is falling down is not because of the company itself, but because the interest rate is very high, and the overall market condition is cautious and bearish. As you saw, even QQQ is having a tough time. FNGU is having a tough time. So CRISPR having a tough time is not any big thing. It was bound to happen. And also in this environment, people find low risk, high return in bonds. And the other reason, particularly applicable to genomic companies like CRISPR Therapeutics, is that the sector is high risk and people are loath to losing capital. Anyone who invests in genomics at this point of time is likely catching a falling knife, and you don't know how much it's going to fall before it takes up again. So people don't want to be in that situation. And moreover, as an investor who invests in other areas also, I would say that anyone with money can find great deals in bonds and real estate, where they can invest right now and get great returns, because interest rate is high, rents are also high. And the market is thirsty for people to buy properties, and there are not enough buyers, and there is a lot of inventory. So that's where the people will go. And for them, the added bonus is that when the interest rates start going down, the face value of those bonds are going to go up, giving them capital gains. Likewise, the properties which are selling for a bargain right now are going to add capital gains as the interest rate starts going down. So There is nothing to lose. So in light of all those tempting opportunities, who would want to get into a high-risk genomics stock, other than dreamers like us who really believe in the technology and who are investing for the technology and hope to have a big return when the ship comes in. So that's the way I would answer that question. However, I'm sure that when Exacel is approved and Lowocell is approved closer to December, these stocks will show strength. I think that they will start moving up closer to November, middle of November. And I have bought some FNGU, and my order for DNA is at 1.42 is still unfulfilled. I'm down 16% on my CRISPR, the 100 CRISPR that I bought, but I had already done some covered calls and made some good money out there. So I'm not fretting about it. I know that it's going to come up again. I sold 74% of my Google today and booked profits. CRISPR is reported to be taking some special efforts, and I will talk about that in the full-length video on Tuesday. But suffice to say, I have placed standing order for FNGU, somewhere around 50 stocks today, 50 shares today, at 149 or something like that, and then another 50 at around 142. And then another 30 at around 139. So originally I had around 100 shares of FNGU, I think, and I had sold it at 159 and booked around $8,000 plus profit. So now it has come below 159 and it's going down. So I'm buying it on my way down with the hope that I can capitalize on it again when it goes up. So that's what I'm doing there. Now moving on to BEAM. BEAM Therapeutics is making strategic adjustments due to challenging market conditions, resulting in a reduction of 100 employees, which is almost 20% of their workforce. They are focusing on their top projects, BEAM 101 and ESCAPE, which aim to treat sickle cell disease and beta thalassemia. Additionally, they are prioritizing BEAM 302, which is in IND-enabling studies for alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency treatment. And in order to save costs, BEAM is cutting back on their work related to base-edited CAR-T therapies. They plan to build a focused clinical data set for BEAM 201 in its phase 1 stage and seek partnership for that particular candidate and other ex vivo CAR-T programs. They have also removed the AAV program for Stargardt disease from their public pipeline, and these measures will extend BEAM's financial runway into 2026. Despite having over $1 billion in cash and investments as of June 30, overall, the biotech industry's current challenges still affect their operations. And friends, this is where it makes a lot of sense to consider India for outsourcing. Please check out my video from yesterday where I had spoken about that idea if you have not yet done so. Having said that, I would say that BEAM's progress has been hindered by the delay in dosing patients in phase 1/2 of BEAM 101. The first patient should receive the dose by the end of this year, and the company expects data from multiple patients around next year. They have recently dosed the first patient for the phase 1/2 trial of BEAM 201, which began nearly a year after the BEAM 101 trial started. And I think that they are rather late to the party, but let us see how they can do. Let's also take a quick look at BEAM's price chart before we proceed to news from Ginkgo Bio. Well, here we are in the TradingView platform looking at the price chart for BEAM Therapeutics. As you can see, friends, BEAM has fallen significantly in the last 2 to 3 months. Well, friends, as you can see, on Thursday, 19th October, it had a huge fall. And today, again, we have a doji candle, but it's typically a huge fall. It has dropped around 3.65%, traded very narrowly. There's a lot of doubt about what to be done in the market. The momentum is also dropped below the lowest point out here, which I call as the habitable zone. It's fallen below that. And also the MACD is absolutely bearish, so this should turn around very soon. But given the overall market conditions, I think that it's going to probably show a little bit of positive on the next trading day, which would be Monday. And then again, it will start its journey downwards, I think. Because again, as I mentioned, the environment is very risk averse. And BEAM is very risky, and it's rather slow to the party for sickle cell disease and TDT. That said, I would like to move on to the next topic today, which is Ginkgo Bioworks. The news is that Ginkgo Bioworks and the Serbian government have inked a memorandum of understanding to support Serbia's bioeconomy ambitions. The collaboration entails the setting up of a startup accelerator using Ginkgo's platform to aid Serbian biology-focused companies. Startups will tap into Ginkgo's R&D services to fast-track projects that would otherwise demand significant resources. The partnership revolves around the BIO4 campus, an initiative that aims to make Serbia a hub for life sciences in Europe. It's already home to over 1,000 PhD scientists from various institutions. These scientists are working on biomedicine, biotechnology, bioinformatics, and biodiversity research. But the companies at the Bio4 campus will have access to Ginkgo's platform and expertise for synthetic biology, R&D in pharmaceutical, food, industry, and specialty chemicals. Ginkgo staff and knowledge will be readily available on site. The MOU also outlines plans for enhanced biomonitoring capabilities in Serbia. That business, I think, will go to CRSP with a focus on public health and innovative pathogen monitoring programs at key locations. The Serbian Ministry of Science, Technological Development, and Innovation, Dr. Jelena Begovic, expressed that government support for Serbia's role in bio-revolution and invited other companies to join the Bio4 Ginkgo partnership. The MOU was signed at the Biotech Future Forum, an international event organized by the Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution, C4IR, in Serbia, co-founded by the World Economic Forum and the government of Serbia. And that's all for today, my friends, and I hope you all have a great weekend. And I'm looking forward to a great weekend as well. I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.